In the hospital waiting room, a nurse mouthed silently, "Get out now." The emergency room at 2:47 a.m. felt like any other sleepless night until Nurse Patricia locked eyes with me from behind the reception desk, her face draining of color as she mouthed the words that made my blood freeze. "Get out now." Her hands trembled as she pretended to type, glancing nervously at the security cameras while Dr. Brennan emerged from the staff corridor, scanning the waiting room with predatory focus. I'd been sitting there for 3 hours with a deep gash on my forearm from a warehouse accident, but the way Patricia's eyes widened when she saw my name on the intake form told me this wasn't about my injury anymore. She kept jerking her head toward the exit, while Dr. Brennan's attention shifted toward my corner of the room. 20 minutes earlier, Patricia had been routine and professional, taking my vitals and documenting the jagged cut that needed stitches. But when she'd entered my name into the system, her entire demeanor changed. "Robert Lawson?" she'd whispered. "You're Sarah's brother?" When I nodded, confused about why my sister's name mattered, Patricia had gone pale. "Wait here, don't move." Now she was back, terror etched across her face as Dr. Brennan began walking in my direction. I stood slowly, every instinct screaming danger. My phone buzzed with a text from an unknown number. "Sarah didn't kill herself. Meet me at the diner on Camelback. Leave now. P." Dr. Brennan was 20 feet away when I walked calmly toward the exit, as if I'd simply given up waiting. Behind me, I heard him bark at Patricia about the patient from Bay 3. The diner's fluorescent lights felt like safety after the hospital's suddenly sinister atmosphere. Patricia arrived 15 minutes later, still in scrubs, constantly checking over her shoulder. She slid into the booth across from me, pushing a manila envelope across the table. "Your sister was murdered," she said without preamble. "I was on shift that night. They brought her in, said it was suicide, but nothing added up. The wounds were wrong. The toxicology was wrong. Everything was wrong." Her hand shook as she opened the envelope, revealing copied medical records and photos. Dr. Brennan signed the death certificate. He wouldn't let anyone else near her. According to Patricia, Sarah had been investigating pharmaceutical fraud at the hospital where she worked as a compliance officer. She discovered that Dr. Brennan and several administrators were billing insurance companies for expensive cancer drugs while giving patients diluted or expired medications. She had evidence, Patricia explained, sliding a flash drive across the table. She was going to the FBI the next day. That night she was dead. They said she injected herself with potassium chloride, but the injection site was in a place she couldn't have reached alone. Patricia had tried reporting her suspicions, but her supervisor threatened her job and nursing license. And tonight, your name popped up. Brennan has alerts set for anyone connected to Sarah. The flash drive contained everything. Emails between Dr. Brennan and hospital executives discussing their cost-saving measures, spreadsheets showing massive profits from billing full price while purchasing expired drugs, and Sarah's investigation notes documenting how patients had mysteriously worsened or died under Brennan's care. She figured out they'd killed at least 11 people through neglect, Patricia whispered. The cancer patients trusted them, and they gave them poison for profit. My sister had been planning to expose everything, but they'd gotten to her first, staging her death to look self-inflicted. "I've been carrying this evidence for 3 months, Patricia said, tears streaming. "I was too scared until I saw your name tonight." We spent 2 hours documenting everything while Patricia stitched my arm in the diner bathroom with supplies from the hospital. She'd been building her own evidence file, including security footage showing Dr. Brennan entering the hospital the night Sarah died, despite not being on call. He knew the camera angles, she explained, but he didn't know about the new one maintenance installed. It caught him leaving at 3:17 a.m. Sarah's time of death was 3:15. As dawn broke, we had enough evidence to destroy not just Dr. Brennan but the entire network. Patricia gave me contact information for the FBI agent Sarah had been planning to meet. They killed her for trying to stop them. They'll kill us too if they find out. The next 72 hours blurred together in a haze of FBI interviews and witness protection protocols. Agents raided the hospital at dawn, arresting Dr. Brennan as he prepped for surgery. They found him attempting to destroy evidence, including the original vials of potassium chloride. The investigation revealed a conspiracy involving 6 doctors, 4 administrators, and a pharmaceutical supplier who'd made millions selling expired medications. 43 cancer patients had died prematurely. Their families told it was the disease when it was actually murder by medical fraud. Dr. Brennan got life without parole for Sarah's murder and 11 counts of second-degree murder. The other conspirators received sentences ranging from 20 to 40 years. The hospital faced hundreds of millions in lawsuits. Patricia entered witness protection, but sent me a message. Sarah saved them in the end. Her death exposed everything. I keep her photo on my desk now, next to the nursing award she'd won for patient advocacy. She'd died trying to protect strangers from medical predators, and Patricia's desperate warning in that waiting room had ensured her sacrifice wasn't in vain. Sometimes heroes come in scrubs, mouthing warnings that save not just one life, but dozens who never knew they were in danger.